some a little better. And I also will give you a little bit of a background. I call it Saab's Italian love affair, part 1. And why part 1? Because I left Saab 1986 because I found out that the owners didn't have a long-term plan and I had other options to work other companies, so that's why we cut it there. And next year is the 30-year jubilee for Saab 9000 introduction. And we don't know if we're going to do something next year. I talked to Peter Bexter of the museum boss recently, and he said they didn't know no plans for whatever, but we hope something will happen. Yeah, this cooperation project between, from the beginning, Saab and Lancia, created in the long run 3.5 little children. And the half one was Alfa Romeo 164 that did show up a little bit later than the others because of Fiat taking full control of the company. And it's probably this of 9000, Lancia Tema, Fiat Croma, and Alfa Romeo 164. And interesting enough, the climate system which we developed in-house, heating, ventilation, air conditioning system, was adopted or used by Ferrari quite a few years, which we are very proud over at that time. Yeah, my background short is that I was hired in 1967 as a calculation engineer. Not very sexy job, but it's a good training to understand how things work. And then I worked on different projects in between and was assigned project leadership part-time 1977 and full-time 1988. First, to give you a background, that Saab has always been living under difficult conditions, and especially in the late 60s, when the two-stroke was almost unsellable in many markets. And in 1969 came into the market with some problem. It was a very turbulent period in Saab's history. So these with the 90s was not the first, or the last year's problem was not uncommon already then. As I said, two-stroke engines are not easy to sell in the US. There was only Wartburg and Saab who had two strokes, and maybe some of these East European car makers. We could sell the Saab 9 two-stroke engine because if they reduced the swept volume to 49.1 cubic inches, which is 800 cubic centimeters, it was not covered by any emission regulations. So the company was winning 1 year before they fully introduced the V4 in the US market. And truth is that Saab 99 was coming with a new engine that Saab had partly invested in, together with Triumph. I don't know the money transfers there, probably just a higher price amortization, and a new gearbox. And making another engine for an old car that was out of question, which is understandable. The installation, the very quick installation of the European version of the V4, I think it's only appeared in Europe, even if it was partly developed in the US, of the Ford V4 by Per Hilbrand and a few other handpicked persons, made Saab survive at that time because they had to give so big rebates on the two strokes and they couldn't make money. So without that engine, it would have disappeared. And you can say, if you go back to the 50s, the major or the biggest mistake the owners made some reason they decided only to invest in a car that could be produced with very simple machining equipment. So they used an old washing machine factory in Gothenburg that was out of operation to produce the two-stroke engines, which was fun, but it was not a way to survive a long time. And that was repeated time after time. In 1999, they didn't invest in their own engine. Not until the crisis was really deep. They had to, and that's discrete, had to invest in a new engine and gearbox. Otherwise, the investment would have been gone in the company after that. The 99 that was started to be developed in 63, 64, ended up being too heavy, which was quite common with all cars until recently. That you increase the ambitions all the time when you develop the car, and it got more and more equipment and got too heavy for the engine that was in the car or foreseen to be used by the car. It was a big step up in price, going from 96 to 99. Was not for a normal person that had the same income. It was too expensive, the car, so it was not getting any volume early on in its. And we also had some internal problem. We didn't like to sell too many because there was too much deficiency in the product. The gearbox was also underdimensioned because it was from the beginning from L1100 1.1 liter engine, and then 1.3 liter engine, and then 1.5, and the production was for us for 1.7 liter, and quite soon 185 liter. And of course the torque that the gearbox had to take was too much, and the rotating masses was too much. So the gearbox didn't really stand that hard service.